24/6/8/14. So it may please the court, Judge Owens, Judge Bennett, Judge Thomas. The ordinance. If the ordinance is the primary application of that of city, county, state workers, is our question the proposed sideshow. We will argue that it's a silent protest. We'll argue that if the same way the silent protest, a vertical movement and job placement are cockfighting the express to breeze. If they're streaming it while you're sleeping, to don't understand that at the donut shooting and at the BART shooting, on the BART PA system, the site wouldn't matter if that is an illegal stream and not just one language, but more than one language based on the software. The same application present at the sideshow doesn't mean that, like you said, I'm waiting at the bus stop. Am I waiting in the building? Am I waiting in the first row? Now, if that's the same application, the base common, we'll argue that it's tau lepton prime. If our expression is rho theta gamma, if we are asking that of the, let's say, the vote as an application, I'm a person sitting outside the Congress, knowing that Congress hasn't taken a national national vote day and asked that the national holiday be for voting in over 58 years to the Senate and to the House. I also am a person that sits outside of a voting office and knows that my mail-in voting doesn't have a thumbprint on it, and that technically that is mail fraud and forgery. But I'm unwilling to ask that as the sideshow recipient. I'm willing to get my leg's broken. I'm willing to be hit by the front of the car. I'm ready to you to steal my vote. I'm ready for you to say you're an illegal, according to the thing, and vote for it. Now, if the ordinance is that of the responsibility of the torque of the administrator, the jurisprudence, as we will identify, we are not asking why we watch at a voting place that is suspicion. We are not asking that is fire in a movie theater and I should leave, and that, I sit there and watch it because I don't believe it. Arm a gunman in an area instead of going down, bum rushing him. If this is the same, what we'll call expression, cockfighting, the creation of speech isn't asking, instead of the municipality infrastructure of the sheriff's department, via the issue with Mr. Newsom, and say instead of the jacks to the queen, infrastructure underwriting of all video cameras for city, county, and township as a standard question to the state assembly bill, that sideshow, that 200 feet, am I asking the vertical movement? Let's ask that in Oregon again, how we see employment, how we see our risk application, How we see, are we at the bus, are we at the first row, or are we at the building? If we were going to ask it more importantly, the talking in third isn't movement, the digital technology isn't movement, that the same application of a nuisance political ideology of the movement. I'm flipping you off as I'm doing a Hamlet a hand salute. I'm showing my I'm publicly nude in the view of the movement. Now, if this was the same application of I'm illegally streaming a brief software and Rocket Alma Linux, don't know who you are, but feel that I'm entitled to it, that isn't an expression. That isn't a present sideshow. Look at the sideshow, the radio, allowing for open two-way. What type of sideshow are we talking about? Is the sideshow the half-naked hoochie? Is the sideshow the food vendor that's without the permit? Is the sideshow the homeless person sitting on the side of the road? Is the sideshow the law enforcement being able to have open transmission? Is the sideshow an illegal stream of brief software of people on probation? Is the is the sideshow I'm casing a voting place because I know it's an illegal it's doing illegal voting? Would this not be those type of questions to the ordinance? Now, let's say we get a little bit more personal, Your Honors. The sideshow, when asking Health and Human Services to apply for work out of town, the Oregon burning or burnt sideshow never happened. In view of Tam Lee and Citizens v. The property casualty damage of the burnt sideshow isn't 200. Oh, you mean just a couple hours travel? The burnt sideshow isn't your overqualified still to this day, and what happened in Oregon v. Arkansas isn't questioned to the Supreme Court. Oh,